And good evening. I'm your friend Scotty Ray as we start a stormy night together. Now, this is going to be the first round of what we've got now that we've been watching for quite some time. There will be a second round that comes 9:30, 9:45, 10 o'clock. May hang around till about 10, midnight-ish. We'll watch that. We've been watching a storm that's come across from Smith County, fired off some severe thunderstorm warnings there in Jasper County, now Clark County being added to this as we pull up reading Honda radar for you to take a look at what we've got going on. Now, as this made its way across Bay Springs, we started out right in this area here with 70-mile-an-hour gusts. It slowed down to about 60 as we see now the threat moving into Clark County. This storm will be near Pachuta within 8 minutes. And again, this is a severe thunderstorm warning. It will be at Beatrice in 9 minutes and then downtown Quitman within a half an hour. That's what we're looking at on the time schedule for this. Now, the severe thunderstorm warning will be until 7:15. So we've got roughly 45 minutes on this severe thunderstorm warning that's been issued there. As we move back and we look at Jasper County, this is going to run until 6:45. So we roughly 10 minutes for that. Now, we do have storms that are moving into southwestern Lauderdale County here in this area. Now, what we're going to be concerned about later, and let's look at this, is all of this is getting ready to cross the Mississippi River. Let's back this out and look at what's going on. You see this line that's moving through? This is the stuff that's going to affect us later. And again, as we look at all of this, it's a guesswork as to when it will be here, but we're aiming for 10 o'clock-ish. Now, the National Weather Service has put us under a, I guess you would call it a threat watch until 2 a.m. As this passes, it'll be out here. Now, as we've been watching everything in Tennessee tonight, Hendersonville, Tennessee got hit just a little bit ago. Horrifying what happened to them. We put Clark's Tennessee up just a little bit ago, the damage there. These are strong. As we look at the different areas, our area here is, I guess what you would call on a scale of 1 to 5, this would be a 3, and this area up here is at a full-blown 5. So this area is worse than us. It does not mean that we cannot get tornadoes and will not get tornadoes tonight. Very good chance of this. We haven't seen any that have fired off tornadoes yet in this area across Louisiana, near Alexandria. All of this has been severe thunderstorm warnings. We'll watch this when it gets to the river, what happens there. We'll be watching it, monitoring it very closely to make sure that nothing new is becoming of that, and gives us a good idea of what's coming with that. Let's see here. Jasper County at this point in time has had 1-inch size hail as I check in with the National Weather Service. 1-inch size hail. We have 60-mile-an-hour winds that have been associated with the storms that moved across the Bay Springs area toward here. I'm trying to see here. Thunderstorm reported a tree down near Bay Springs. We listed that just a moment ago of a tree down. Half-inch size hail in Greenville, Mississippi. That's going to be in the Delta. Emergency management reporting that tonight. Yazoo, Mississippi had about 1-inch size hail also as I'm looking at all this. And Holmes County involved with that 1-inch size hail. Fortunately, so far, what we've had is all just wind at this point. No major damage and a few trees that have been pushed over here and there. And let's just look at this. This is what this is going to be showing us right here. Right there. That's that tree that I just talked about. Wind damage that caused that EOC. I just spoke with the Lauderdale County Emergency Management Team, and they have opened the Weather Center. We'll be in constant contact with the Lauderdale County Emergency Management to make sure, follow all these storms that are coming into the area. Now, again, I want to remind you, this is the first round. This will go away, and it'll be a few hours, and then we'll get more. This has calmed down quite a bit from what it was just a little bit ago as we see this pushing further east. And let's get into this. Now, I'm going to bet you a wooden nickel here, right here. We got anybody watching from Lake Edens tonight? It's pouring there, Rose Hill, but just south of Rose Hill, this is where the intensity is going to pick up. From Montrose in this area right here, this is Paulding right here. Now, the storms have moved across, and over here by the hospital, we've got that tree down over near the hospital. This is where the thunderstorm warning is left in Jasper County as it comes across. This picks up at the Clark County line and goes all the way over Look at this now. If you live in Clark County, so that you'll know this is going to cut across right here at the cemetery, at Pine Hill Cemetery, go east right about where Long's Fish Camp is, taking in the Piggly Wiggly all the way over, and just barely east of where Clarko State Park is. It's going to go due south down to Cooper's Chapel United Methodist Church, down right about where the landfill is in Clark County, and south of Jay's Taxidermy, and then go back west to Jasper County. Now, will this slowly move across? It sure will. As we look here in Lauderdale County, we've got storms. You'll see this right here. This is going to move kind of northward there. Move up. Clarkdale, y'all going to get some rain here in just a little bit. If you're anywhere near Plant Sweat, rain is quickly moving in there. And heavy rain. Heavy rain is going to be moving through that area here in a moment. This starts all out here. Here's Dunn's Fall. Here's Stuckey's Bridge. Just north of there. Let's just look at this. Let's talk about some locations of where it's really bad right now. Meehan Savoy Road. That's heavy rain there. And again, that's creeping up on Valley Road there. Here's Greg's Fireworks. Here's the Evangel Temple. All of that's just west of there. Out at the prison, showers are starting to come about. Nothing really going on in Newton County right now. We have a small shower that's going to be just south of Conahatta at this point, but nothing bad. This is what we're focusing in on right here. Lake Edens. It is, you probably can't see the lake at this point. It's so heavy. That's strong. Still heavy back here at Paulding, but worse right there, all the way to the Clark County line. Let's get into Clark County and look at this. Right there, that's Lake Edens. The entire lake is under it. And right on top of that, if you'll see there, in the middle of the lake, it's a little bit blacker than everywhere else. It's got a black tone to it. Heavier rain right over the water right now as it moves eastward. All right, let's look at this on the side here. This is Highway 18 right into Clark County, and you're going to see that it just covers it with rain. I-59, these areas here. If you live, let's look at this right here. This is going to be County Road 315, County Road 314 in Clark County. Those areas there are getting some heavy rain. Mount Jordan Church there at the county line. Look at that. Highway 18, Mount Pleasant Baptist Church there in Jasper County. Whew, a heavy shower for y'all. Now, this is the thunderstorm warned area. Enterprise at this point is not under a warning, but it doesn't mean that it's not raining hard there, does it? Out by the Dollar General, up by Enterprise High School. And it's making its way, as you'll see here, toward the Clarkdale community. All of this area by Mathis Peaches up through here. We're starting to show some moderate rain at Dunn's Fall, just to the southwest of there. It's going to be a little bit worse as we zoom in here. And let's look at this in Clark County. This is Enterprise Chunky Road, County Road 375, Juanita Enterprise Road. Those areas right there in County Road 370. Heavy rain just north of Enterprise, northwest of there. You see how that is on 59? What does that tell us? We cannot urge you enough at the split coming into Meridian right here. Look at this rain. Always worries me whenever we have these that we'll have more wrecks and damage. Now, we just got word just a moment ago that we have an accident with injuries on Center Hill Martin Road near Richard May. As I got that up, I'm getting a little bit more and more information on that. But it's going to be right at the Richard May Memorial Drive and Oktibbe Wildlife Management areas, where that is, Center Hill Martin Road. So if you're in that area, it's a single vehicle accident. It does have injuries. We do not know what has caused it at this point. The vehicle fire that I listed a moment ago was put out. It wasn't as bad as it sounded. It ended up being a tire that blew. Put out a little smoke, and it's all handled now. We have had several wrecks throughout the area today. This rain causes this, and this is supposed to get extremely bad over the next 45 minutes to an hour as these streets get wet and we go to sliding. Let me double check and see what else we've got going on from the National Weather Service here. All right, let me point this out. Let's pull radar back up where you can see this. We see this storm as we look at this. This will be at Stonewall in 14 minutes. We got any folks in Clark County watching? You got a storm that's going to be there at Stonewall and Enterprise. You'll have the storm in 17 minutes. Bassett City in 26 minutes. And then to the Roy community, which is going to put it right there at Clarkdale, within 27 minutes. It tells us it's going to be flooding there. And we have a second storm almost following the same path. This is going to be a pretty good little thunder boomer that is headed y'all's way out of this area, coming back from Lake Edens here, moving to the northeast toward Lauderdale County out of Clark County. Now, right downtown Quitman right now, we're looking good. But this is ever nearing Lauderdale County and northern Clark County. Heavy rain. Jasper County, are y'all still watching? That's a lot there. Alex says thundering. County Road 140 there near Quitman. Whew. Tina, thank you for watching. Jenny, good to see you. Let me see here. Jenny asked, are we going to get a tornado? It's hard to guess Mother Nature. Now, again, let me just do this. Let's just show with the National Weather Service. Anywhere in this yellow area, this is a tornado watch tonight until midnight. All of this yellow. Now, see how this goes up into Tennessee? And they have had tornadoes here really bad tonight. And as I mentioned before, this area here is a little bit more worse than Lauderdale County and Kemper County and the Philadelphia area. Tennessee has got it a little bit worse than we do. Does not mean at all that we won't get them, because they can drop below that 8,000 ceiling and get down at around 2,000 feet and form, and a tornado can be on the ground at the blink of an eye. But let's go here. Let's go to our severe weather outlook. And this is the tornado prediction of what the radar puts out of where probabilities could be a little bit worse. All right, as you'll see this area here in Clark County, that's green, that'd be a level 1. As we get into, let's zoom in on this a little bit, northern Lauderdale County, northern Newton County, all of these areas here north of Lauderdale County, Kemper, Neshoba, we get into Winston County, Noxubee has a higher rate of tornadic activity than downtown Meridian. But again, as we see this line right here, this brown area is where it really picks up of what can happen. As we move northward, it picks up a little bit more. As we get here to northern Mississippi, right up here around Corinth, New Albany, Holly Springs, Olive Branch, and then you get into Collierville, Tennessee, this is where we've had tornado touchdowns. Look at this right here tonight. And this is the prediction. Damage reported in the northern portion of Dixon County, estimated from a tornado debris signature and radar. They've had 2 that I know of actually be on the ground and do damage, and it's devastating as what's going on up there. We have a tornado warning right here in Alabama. Look at this. Right there. This is near Anderson, Alabama. If you're watching and you happen to live in a little town called Minor Hill, is going to be there in 22 minutes. Bethel, Alabama, in 28 minutes. Tornado warning there moving to the northeast, as you'll see there. This is Ardmore, Alabama, Athens, Rogersville, Muscle Shoals is right here. We got a thunderstorm warning there. And just to the northeast of Muscle Shoals is where that tornado warning is, moving toward Tennessee, Lynchburg, and those areas, Jack Daniels. That's where that's headed there. But as you can see, this is the prediction area. Again, I don't want to give anybody the thought of, well, that means it just can't happen here in Lauderdale County, or at least southward here toward Clark. That's not the case. It's just a higher probability of things happening north of this line right up here around Lauderdale as we get here. This is going to be Oak Tibby right there. Just north of Oak Tibby is that line. Now, again, as I always stress, this is Mother Nature. And we certainly can't guess what she's going to do. It can be anywhere in this area, but the probabilities are worse in these areas. Now, let's look at this. We see here Kosciuszko. Anybody watching Durant, these areas here? Kosciuszko, Goodman. Y'all have a severe thunderstorm warning for another 16 minutes moving across there. Yazoo, look at here. Lake Providence back here at the river. We've got all of this moving across here, all that red. Let's turn this off where we can actually see here. Take the severe tornado thing off. That shows that radar. Again, if you're watching this going, what is all of that yellow? That is the tornado watch area that we're watching very carefully tonight. And that's a heap of it there until midnight is what we're going to do that. York, Alabama, Demopolis. Are y'all in this? Y'all watch this closely tonight. Utah, as we're going up through here in Tuscaloosa and those areas, not quite making it to Birmingham tonight, but this western side joining there right across from east of Meridian. York, y'all be prepared for some bad weather a little bit later. Let's zoom back in on it. All right, Jasper County, you're out of the mix now. That severe thunderstorm warning has expired. It expired at 6:45. But look at what's going on in Clark County. Pachuta getting dumped on with this rain. And this is moving to the northeast as you see toward the Meridian area. We've still... Our timeline puts this at Stonewall in 10 minutes. It will be at Roy in 23 and then Sable in 27 minutes. Let's see here what else we're getting here. Let's see here. Oh, getting updates from the Lauderdale County Emergency Management Team. As I am, they're watching intensely down there with all the weather that we've got going on. Carefully. Now look at this. Now downtown Meridian, as we move in here, let's turn on locations. Downtown, if you're traveling tonight, be careful. And I urge all the emergency people that are out working, and I mean that to the police and Lauderdale County Sheriff's Department, the folks that are running ambulances and all our volunteer fire departments, y'all be careful. It's going to most likely be a busy night. Y'all have been hustling already. I've been paying attention to what you're doing here. But out at Meridian Community College, look at this rain we've got. Downtown Meridian, 22nd Avenue, as you get near SMI, the Children's Museum, and you go up toward Anderson's Hospital. Look how that rain is happening there. Now, it's going to stretch out all the way over here to Walmart. Not quite at Sam's yet. If you're on top of that hill yet, you're looking at it. It's almost like they're at the I-20 bridge, but it'll be there momentarily. Just east of the airport is where this heavy, heavy rain is. Structural steel here, just north of there, over at the Pilot, there on I-20. This area here, we often see accidents happen right through there. Be careful. Now, if you've got to go to Newton County tonight, you're here, hang around extra 20 minutes in a store. Let this get out of here before you get on that. Then drive slow. Stuckey's Bridge. Whew. Pouring rain there. Clarkdale, y'all are getting rain now. Let's move in on this. This is going to be right there as we come up. This is Plant Sweat, and this takes you all the way Valley Road. This area here, pouring rain. And that's real curvy. Y'all don't forget that. Now, as we look here, here's Mathis Peaches. Let's just look at this. This is the Clarkdale Clinic right in there. Here's Clarkdale High School. This storm, the eye of it's going to be just south of there. There's Valley Road where it runs into County Road 350. This is going to be 145 as it cuts across County Road 4. Let me zoom in on that where I can see that. It's going to be County Road 4821 is what that is. There's Mathis Peaches right there. That's where that sits there on the highway. It's going to cross just north of there. Now, again, it's Mother Nature. It can move back and on right on into Lauderdale County. Now, again, what we've got here, the severe thunderstorm warning until 7:15 for Clark County. So that gives us, 15 and 12. So we're looking at about 27 minutes, 26 minutes remaining on this as we look at Clark County. Now, the worst of the weather located just north of Pachuta. Let's go up Highway 11 there, cross Highway 512. Let's follow 11 and see what we get into here. Boy, look at here. If you live right in this area here, Sue and Lovey, where the cemetery is, where the Baptist church is at Sue and Lovey, it is pouring rain there. We want you to be careful. Now, we haven't had the first tornado warning anywhere near us tonight. We've just got watches. Means conditions are favorable and could happen later. Hadn't happened yet, thank goodness. Let's look where the eye of this storm is. Right here sits Pleasant Hill Baptist Church. That's on Highway 512 in the Elwood community. As we go northward from there, kind of northwest of there, and we find, let's see here. Here's Sue and Levy right there, and we County Road 130, and we go north of there to County Road 320. Just east out in the pine trees is where the center of this storm is. Stonewall closing in on you within 10 minutes, the eye of the storm. It's going to come right over you. Look at that. And it will cross this little county road here. Let's see what that is. That's the Chickasahee River. CCC Lane is where that is headed. And then right on up through here. There's the Pig. It'll be south of there and cross 513. But that rain right there is dumping it. Now, we're starting to see some rain make it to the co-op. That's going to put it out where the jail is there. Where the Sheriff's Department is there in Clark County, getting some rain there. Not anything going on down at Jay's Taxidermy. Everything's kind of quiet there at the railroad tracks as we go upward. We're starting to see a little bit of light rain, not enough to do anything to fill Archusa back up, but it is a little rain. Every little bit helps, doesn't it, as we look at that. Out to our west, we see some more rain there in Jasper County. Nothing serious. Let's turn this off and let's get a bird's eye view of what else we've got that's close to us right now. Down on the coast, everything looks good. A little bit around Mobile, Alabama, some showers there. This is our concern tonight. What's going on in Louisiana? Whatever crosses this river and it gets right in here is going to be a concern for us. Now, we get here north of Vicksburg. This will not affect the Meridian area. This is going to affect Kosciuszko, possibly Winston County. These areas here, Carthage, we'll watch it. Durant, you've got a severe thunderstorm warning right now. And that's going to last until we got 9 minutes remaining on that. 62 there in Richland right now up north of here. Vaden, look at the rain coming down there. We move back over here. You always hear about Yazoo. Well, there it sits right there. Let's look here what we've got going on here. This side, this is going to be Yazoo City in 21 minutes. Make its way on to Yazoo Junction and Renshaw within about 25 minutes for both of those. As you'll see there, this is Highway 49. Here's Eden, Mississippi, Yazoo, all of that area right there. That's where that storm is heading across. And again, severe thunderstorm warnings. Nothing more to that at this point. Tallulah, how many times have you driven through Tallulah as you went west? Delhi, Louisiana, Rayville, all of those areas. Tallulah is where the storms are. It hasn't quite made it to Vicksburg yet. Severe thunderstorm warnings all around this area out to our west, and it will get here. Let's go down in this area here. Alexandria, Louisiana, that'll make it into southwestern Mississippi here in the next little bit. But I don't see any tornadoes that have fired off, even back to Beaumont. We are going to get some severe thunderstorm warnings here with this. Let me check another place here and see if I can get a timeline of our next round of storms or what I can determine out of this. All right, we got these storms that are just south of us right now, and as we move forward, those will be out of the area by 8 o'clock. 7:50, it'll be moving out of the Wyandotte area into Alabama. And as we go along, we'll start seeing storms develop somewhere around 9 o'clock in Forest, Mississippi. That will make its way east into Newton somewhere right around 10 o'clock. We'll see some pretty good showers there around Scuba, also around 10 p.m. And out to our west there, Bay Springs, it'll be coming in on you. And as we get into that 10:30 area, Newton County will be covered in rain. It makes its way into Lauderdale County right at 11 o'clock is what I'm looking at. Of a good timeline of when the weather will kind of be rough there. Eastern Kemper County and into Noxubee County, it'd be so bad you can't see at that point as we look ahead till about 11 o'clock tonight. As we get to the stroke of about 11:20, it's going to be pouring over Lauderdale, Clark, Jasper, Newton County, Kemper, and also a big round happening in Neshoba counties also. So be ready for this, and somewhere 12:45, around 1 a.m., those showers should be moving into the Alabama side, into the Butler area is what we're looking at. Again, this is Mother Nature. You can never tell. That can change at the drop of a hat and do something different in the next little bit, but that's kind of gives you a guideline of what lies ahead for us tonight. We'll stay on it. We're not going anywhere after this passes. We'll be here behind the scenes following these storms. This will die down here in just a little bit. All right, let's go back into Clark County. You got kids up in the Stark Vegas area. Everything's fine there right now. Kosciuszko is a concern as we have those thunderstorms moving there. Let's get into Clark County. It's pouring rain. Y'all know that. You're watching. Let's see here. I hadn't checked comments. Hey, Beth Gilbert, how are you? And Angie says she'll be back somewhere around 11 o'clock. I will be here, I promise you there. Lindsay watching us from the Zero community. Winston County, you're going to get some heavy things, thunderstorms later. And as I mentioned, that threat as we go north of Lauderdale County and you get into Neshoba County and you get into Winston County, the threat's a little bit higher there. Should anything happen in those areas, I'll be here to cover that as well. Valley Road. Hey, I appreciate you, Lori, watching from there. Harvey joins us there. Odie is behind the scenes. He's working at the Lauderdale County Emergency Management Team. They've got their weather room opened up. I'm in constant contact with them also as they're watching the weather from his angle of what's going on. Should he see something that I don't see, he'll contact me and I'll contact them should I see something a little bit more. Hopefully before long we'll be able to get that radar fired up that's going to be added to Marion there on the water tower. That's going to help us immensely in our area. Let's see here. That's just a reminder. I'm getting notes here that says that a lot of lightning popping up as we look at Noxubee County around Macon, real close to the KFC. If you're in that area around Macon traveling, Highway 45, a bunch there. A lot of lightning in those areas. As we're seeing right here, y'all see that? That's lightning strikes. If this is your first time for joining us, this is what this is. This is lightning strikes that have actually struck the ground. That hit at 6:54 just 2 minutes ago. Hit the ground there in Clark County. Let's zoom in on this and see some of these roads here where all this is. And that's the airport. This was just a few feet off of the airport right there in Clark County, just to the northwest of there. The storm is tracking along, should be at Sykes in 22 minutes, and to Energy within 30 minutes as it comes across there. Mainly, this bigger storm is north of the downtown area. Here's Pachuta, if you're looking at the big picture, as it moves east. Stonewall, it's heavy rain. Enterprise, you're getting a lot, but the heart, the eye of this storm sits right here. Let's look at this. Here's 513 over here. This is sitting right on top of the Chickasahee River right now, getting ready to cross over. And it was headed directly toward 513 is where this is headed toward. And then from there, this will Little Zion Cemetery, where the Little Zion Church is. That's the eye of the storm as it cuts across 513 there on County Road 161. If you're in that area in Clark County, pay close attention to the weather. Just heavy thunderstorm activity right now. Very hard to drive in as they keep you busy down there. Now, as you can see, that's breaking up right here at the Lauderdale line. And this will fade away in just a little bit. And we will have this severe thunderstorm warning expire. And then we will have that other round a little bit later on tonight. Tashandra Greer, how are you doing? Good to see you there. Kim Smith, evening to you there. I'm with you on that, praying there are no Christmas tornadoes. We don't need that. Brenda watching us from Highway 496 there in eastern Lauderdale County. Linda Early, good to see you as well. Watching in Demopolis. Judy, how are you doing there? Keep an eye on Choctaw, Butler area. We will watch that carefully there for you as we look at this. And as you look at Lisbon, Myrtlewood, those areas, here's Livingston, Demopolis. Here's Butler, nothing going on. Now, this is losing its punch as it moves eastward. Y'all are going to get some heavy rain, but I don't foresee this turning into another one right now. It could get right here at the line and build back up. I've seen it do that before, but it's lost a lot of its punch here in the last few minutes. Let me go back and see what the National Weather Service, if they've sent anything new to me. Yazoo getting a little less than 1-inch size hail right now in the Yazoo area of Mississippi, 60-mile-an-hour winds. They're saying that maybe this stuff will get less organized, which is good. Always like to see that. Franklin, Tennessee, severe thunderstorm, Holmes County, Mississippi, Webster. Nothing urgent at this time. And again, we're dealing with Mother Nature. It does a lot of different things. 1 minute it looks like it's just nothing. And the next 15 minutes it pops back up and it's horrendous. We'll watch all of this. Let's pull radar back up. You want to see it as bad as I do? There's what we've got. Again, if you've been with me for the last, I don't know how long we've been live, 20 minutes, 30 minutes, maybe something like that, it is definitely decreasing, which is good. We don't see anything that's going to fire off anything in Jasper County at this point. That's going to calm down. We do still have some showers there, but no, that's not bad at all. Let's see here. I had a picture sent to me of Corinth, Mississippi, which is right up here. Let's look at this up here. This is going to be where Corinth is, right here, barely in Mississippi up there. A picture sent to us there of a supercell that crossed over into Tennessee. It was huge. We'll see if we can't get that posted here in just a little bit to where y'all can look at that as well. See this blob here, and then see how far west this is from us? This is east central Mississippi. This is the west side of the state as storms move in, and it will take it a little while to get here. This is not one of these that's moving leaps and bounds. It's kind of a slow-moving storm at this point as we watch this. Again, the threat is until 2 a.m. is what the National Weather Service is telling us. We're under that area now, coming up on it officially, as they had put it out earlier, from 8 p.m. until 2 a.m. So we're roughly an hour ahead. This little storm here came up right back over here and developed and caused this first round of this. Kosciuszko, no thunderstorm warning right there at this point. Winston County sits right here. If we're looking at maps and you're trying to figure out where everything is, here's this is going to be Macon, Mississippi right here, due west Louisville. And as we come down right through that area, Noxapater right there, so you can see those signs. That's Highway 14 all the way over there as you go toward Pickersville, Carrollton, Alabama. A heavy rain back over here in Durant and west Mississippi, but nothing horrible at the moment. Yazoo still has that severe thunderstorm warning, and it's going to be in effect until 7:30. As we move back toward that river back over there, just northwest of Vicksburg, Tallulah. A lot of rain coming down, but we don't have a thunderstorm warning there yet. A lot of things can happen when it hits that water at Vicksburg. We'll see there. Let's go back into Clark County here. Hey, Ray, how are you doing there? Good to see you there. Elmer, thanks for watching there. Decatur joining us as well. Sue and Lovey is calm right now. Junior, thank you. That's good to know. All right, here's Stonewall. Just south of there is where this storm is going to be kind of heavy. Highway 513. Look at that rain in those areas there. There's the airport. Not raining at the airport other than a mist, light rain there. But due north of there, 513 is where we've got a lot of rain. This is Highway 45. Let me turn these back on where we can see everything. Here's Clarko State Park. There's the water. Just north of there, this is crossing. This is Highway 45, and this is Old 45. This is moving to the northeast. We're at Middleton in 13 minutes. Increase, we get this in about 27 minutes, and Cliff Williams within 28 minutes is what we're seeing there. Let's see here. Same thing. That's Clark County texting us, letting us know about it. All right, that may have just went away. Yeah, it has expired. We're going to stay here a few moments. We'll watch this just to make sure nothing else, but it didn't quite make it till the timeline that they'd put on it. They've already canceled that. So after this dies down, like it just killed the warning there, thank goodness. Alabama, y'all will get a little bit of this rain. York, Livingston, Butler, you will get some showers out of this. But the threat, severe weather threat, has subsided right now. Energy, you'll have it in 23 minutes. Snail, heavy rain is what we're talking about. We are all under a tornado watch until midnight. This let's back out so everybody can see again what we've got statewide. This entire yellow. If you're watching us in Murfreesboro, Nashville, those areas, y'all are under this also. Anywhere yellow that you see on this map is a tornado watch tonight. Doesn't quite make it to Birmingham, but it's there. Back over to Vicksburg into Louisiana, we see that. Natchez, you're in with that. Just north of Hattiesburg, all of the area there in Laurel is under this as well. Light rain moving into Kemper County. That's going to put it about 2 Mile Bottom as you get up to Electric Mills, all of that area. And it's light. Nothing heavy there. Storms moving into southern Lauderdale County. Nothing horrifying, just heavy rain. Makes it kind of tough there to drive in. So that's where we are. All of the warnings have expired at this point. I will be behind the scenes watching all of this. Should another one fire off, we're going to be here for you and go back live to walk you through this. It's very important to know where storms are and where you are in relation to a storm. We'll be here. And a big thank you for making us your first choice for weather. We appreciate that so much. We'll be back as always. And thank you for watching the Scotty Ray Report as we watch the weather for you tonight during these stormy times. We'll be back.
The Scotty Ray Report is brought to you by our following partners.